Right. Set that up. Go to the thing. Right. Gain the skills to survive. I'm alive. Boom. Boom. Right. So hello. I am like 99.9% ready to go. I'm just literally there. Perfect. Bloody phone can shush for a few minutes. So, yes, we have arrived. Shut that off. Close you down. Fantastic. Right, so yes, hello. Hello. And welcome. Welcome to another stream in Icarus. I apologize for being slightly later than intended. I had a bit of a longer distance journey home from work today due to some snow coming out of where I was working, which was not pleasant. And then just as I was about to get started on the stream at like 15:15, I'm thinking, okay, 15 minutes, a little bit later, but it's fine. I knock my fucking Monster Energy drink off over my desk, which luckily didn't hit the keyboard, but my mouse mat now has the Monster's Energy sent to it, so yay. So yeah, it's just, you know, it's fine. But still, welcome back. We are with my character Jaeger. I'm going to hop into the thick of it. So for anyone who doesn't know, we are currently playing a mission to get radar scans of the local sector that we've just begun to explore. And while my character has leveled to level 10, and we now can use certain bits of equipment, we aren't quite in a position to just be willy-nilly about things. Technology-wise, we're still quite primitive. So what we need to do is we need to, first of all, load. Okay, that's a worrying sound effect. I mean, I know we're going into a dark zone, but I was gonna say, game, don't you be scaring me. Don't you be making the noises that sound like we've not done well. Right, anyway. Hey, Ronan. I have heard of the 1100 AD mod for Total War. Are you talking about that for Rome 1? Like the Rome Remastered mod? Or are you talking about the Rome Attila? Because there are a lot of 1100 AD mods out there. Okay, I have stone. To be fair, it's not so much that the Prussian campaign is difficult, though, to be fair. Well, it is and it isn't. The big problem is that it was more tedious, which kind of resulted in... And the AI getting slight cheese abilities, which resulted in us having, like, a lot harder time to deal with. I've had hard campaigns. I mean, for example, the Spartans' Revenge, or Return, was exceptionally hard at points because of the nature of the Roman... of having to deal with 3 wars and whatnot. But it was that right kind of difficulty. It was a difficulty of logistics. It was a difficulty of planning, of operating. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I downloaded Rome Remastered a while ago, and I've just been playing some attempting to play Surrector. Like this, on the moment, I'm kind of burning through a lot of games at this point. Point blank. Hello. There we go. And in the process of building up my in the process of mucking around with it, I've noticed that there is a 1100s mod, which apparently is it's basically like a medieval 2 kingdoms, medieval 2 style game in the form of Rome Remastered, because obviously we don't have medieval 2 Remastered, which I'm gonna be probably spouting some controversial facts. I don't really like Medieval 2. Like, it's a good game for, like, strategy, and there's some good mechanics involved, but I really just am not fussed. And some of the mechanics are just borderline irritating, like the fact that the troops move so goddamn slowly. And I know it's part of the game. I know that you know, it's part of the experience and whatnot. It irritates me whenever I have to do like that game. When I was playing the Lord of the Rings mod for that, I was genuinely finding myself getting irritated by how like difficult it was, like how slow the battles could be. So I can appreciate why I could appreciate some other things about that being more favorable. Right, what do I need to do now? I need to prepare for what I need to gear up. I've got the anvil, don't I? If we go for tech tree. Yes. Yes, where is the tech level? I've got the furnace somewhere. Oh, that's tier 2. Yes, I've got the anvil, but I don't have any iron. I need to level up first. I need to get that and that. And then we can get the better quality weapons and equipment. Crossbow 15, are you fucking serious? Motherfucker. Oh. Boo. Right. Don't we get combat talents for crossbows? Movement speed, bow. Okay, so it might be prudent for me to have bows and arrows damage as well, because obviously, you know, crossbows, guns, crossbows. Oh, it's really... I mean, once my character levels up to the max, then obviously it makes sense, but it is just like, god damn. Son of a bitch! And we also need to get the mortar and pestle thing next. Next level up, I'm going to need to grab... Yeah, mortar and pestle, epoxy, crushed bone... well, we need to be level 20 for that one. Well, shit. Yeah, we're slowly getting there. We're slowly getting there. Just the tech tree at the moment is a little lackluster. We do, however, have the luxury of... I don't really want to... Well, no, we're going to have to use stone pickaxes, aren't we? If I want to do what I want to do, I'm going to need to use the stone pickaxe, don't I? Like a duck. Well, okay. We'll see how we can fare. There's a lot to research at this point, and unfortunately in these early missions, we're not going to be as efficient as I would personally like to be. But I think I've just got to accept that and move on, because at the moment I keep holding back on doing certain things because it's like, well, I don't have the this thing yet, or the that thing yet. You see, replenishment build, the increased... Yeah, it does take a lot of general settlement. Increases as well as removes replacement buildings take. Like, the thing is, I don't mind buildings taking longer to build because the campaign is long. That's more than fine. I can appreciate that. I can even appreciate the more expensive style of armies. In fact, if you can get it to work with the AI for that, then that's brilliant. But the problem I have with the Imperial Destroyer mod is that it gives the player all of the challenges, but then doesn't attribute that to the AI as well, which I kind of find is bullshit. Like, if you're gonna design a game mechanic that is meant to fuck over the player as much as it, you know, to make the concept of taking over a territory difficult because of the increase in population control, but you then give the AI a repression bonus because even, you know, as standard, that doesn't say, hey, you've gone through all of the design fallacies and have found the right thing. It just says you didn't fix the problem of the public order enough for the AI to handle it. So to make it easier for the AI to cheese you but not for the player, it kind of just strikes me as a bit of a bad design choice for that one. You know, I don't like things that feel too gamey, and when it comes to dealing with the population control, I mean, it's easier now. You know, slight spoilers ahead, but basically, you know, I've taken over another region which I didn't destroy the governmental buildings, and it's like it's less stressful now But for example, the reason why it's less stressful now is because I actually re-added the option for. I actually re-added the option for converting the region over, and it's like that makes sense to me. It's a logical standpoint. If you're going into a mainly Islamic country, and you would think, hey, let's make things easier on ourselves. Let's convert the people over to our faith, because then that way they'll be less willing to rebel. And it was the same shit in Shogun 2, which works beautifully. In Napoleon, they dropped that, which I can understand because given the context of the campaigns, you're not really dealing with so much a religious problem here, because you're not going to be around for long enough in the campaign to really take advantage of it. I mean, it can be a factor, but again, it's not something that was really inherently a problem during that time. So it's not so much a problem. Oh, fuck. Shit, okay. I need to get a longbow. Actually, that's a point. Where's my longbow? Longbows are lovely. Longbows are the hot shit when it comes to dealing with enemies. At least... yeah, longbow. Yeah, I'm gonna need leather and bone. But once you get a longbow, oh boy, you are in the green. You can then make a nice weapon and equipment, which is cool. But no. As said, the game, to be fair, going back into what I was saying with regards to playing through the battle side of things. Holy shit, the game is amazing with the battle sequences. The AI is quite challenging. Well, occasionally. Like the battles I had with the AI that wasn't just random melee units was quite challenging and invigorating. And to be fair, the more recent videos, there's been a couple of battles where when the enemy actually has which has actually firearms to work with, they can be quite a nuisance because they're not just running at you trying to get into a throng of it. They're actually trying to utilize advantages they have to fuck you over, and that's really awesome. I'm a huge fan of this. But again, the issue here is that we're relying on... Me trying to think what I want to do. I need to make... What do we need to do? How do I make... Crafting... How do I make a anvil? I need to make... Oh, I need to go to the crafting bench. That's why. Right. I need iron ingots. And stone. So I need a furnace, which we have researched? Researched? No, not yet. So I have to tech up. Right, we need to go to the first place. ISTR. Okay. Not too sure what you mean, unless you were trying to type something. By the by, fucking hell, I just realised. Let me just have a look-see on this end. Is it the one that censors? If so, I need to turn that off. Yes, allow all comments, good. Started... There you go. Soon men have started looking into Mucklock towers and gun batteries. Satsuma Republic. Oh, okay. Like, you talking Fall of the Samurai? Because I'm not gonna lie, I really do need to get back. Like, I would like to do another campaign. Like, my original plan for going back into the Total War games was actually to be going into was actually to make a saga campaign for Fall of the Samurai. Okay, that's ridiculous. Come on. Don't be serious. What the fuck? That is ridiculous. Yeah, well, that's great and all, but it doesn't mean shit for dick when... Yeah. I was going to say, yeah, because the thing is, what was it? I played years ago. I attempted a Saga playthrough, but that was when I was really shit at Total. When I was really shit, and I mean I was really shit at Total War games. Like for some reason, I couldn't quite grasp how to play them properly. And to be fair, I don't know if I'm grasping them properly now, but I basically fucked up in the campaign and almost lost. And because I was really sort of new at the time, I just went, you know what, nah. I uploaded the first episode, which actually just started with me doing nothing. And because there was barely any views on it, which I do regret doing this, I also deleted an entire playthrough of Far Cry 3 because I was, well, to be fair, my commentary was so shit. I personally hated it, so I ended up deleting it. And part of me regrets doing that. That hit. Could one of you immediately die? Are these bows and arrows just like fucking nothing now? Jesus. I mean, I know that the stone arrow is bare basics, bitch, but still, come thy fuck on. Actually, I'm gonna keep these things here because we could farm this. Anyway, what am I doing? Oh, going for the... Yes, underneath there, which is a cave, so which is fine. Just need to make sure we don't do that. Actually, what I might do is I might eat these berries. Actually, no, eat you. Because that gives us a nice jolt of energy. Perfect. Yeah. The thing is, though, I've noticed I have a tendency to play on the left-hand side of, well, the southern sector of Japan first, which obviously is fine and all, but I've never actually played a campaign where I push north. Sorry, I push south, which is kind of funky in that regard. Because I've always pushed north. I mean, when I was playing as the Chosokabe, it was pushing up north. Now, I did make, I think when I played the Tosa in... way back when, I ended up kind of cheesing the campaign by invading along the northern perimeter and then hitting Tokyo at that point. But again, it was... I got any bones. Well... Yeah. So... The Saga campaign was probably one of the things I was gonna eventually redo. Because it was something that I felt like I could have done better on. It was something that I could, in fact, do. And should, in fact, do. Ah, it's blocked. Which I need stone for. Oh, no. No. What was it? Realm Divide's a bitch. To be fair, what I probably would focus on is farming. I'm more of a farm guy when it comes to Total War. Can you still cheese that? Oh, no! They've actually fixed it. That's pretty nice. Unless I move in at the right angle. I used to be able to bend my head into it. No, it looks like they actually fixed it. Well played. I am impressed. Very well done. I am impressed with you. Yeah, I would be 100% in agreement. I'm not relying on Realm... Relying on trade on Realm Divide is like a challenge. Like, you are doing this because you love difficulty. Like, Christ almighty. But no, I tend to go for the farm side of things than anything. Though, I think I also focus more on westernization than anything. Probably shouldn't have come this way with almost full-on oxides. Well, to be fair, this is more of a recon run than actual solid go find stuff, because we're already pushing quite late anyway, so if I can just clear this tunnel out and farm this area, just so we can see what kind of position and what kind of area we're at. Can't wait to have it. Like, this is the early stages. Like, holy shit. Like, if you've never played this game, Ronin, it's one of those games that the main the main gameplay loop is just the building up of your... Like, it's a nice sort of slow but sure, slow but sure build up of all of your experience, your tools, and everything, and eventually culminating in you getting, like, you're coming down with a massive suit, like a space suit, with different bits of gear. And I'm hopeful, the game lasts long enough, because they're currently, from what I've heard from my friends and everything, the developers are currently working on a sort of expansion, if you will, or one of the DLCs, which allows you to, which eventually will have us going around a space station and talking to various people, which I think would be a really good game. Oh, to be fair, Navy and I have always had arguments. Like this guy. With a low rate. Oh, fuck a duck, run! Close. Right. Right, where is friend? Get the fuck out of the way! Oh. Just in the nick of fucking time. And we leveled. That's really good. We need bone. Badly. I can't defend myself. I just realized that, and it's getting dark. Fuck a duck. Right. Grab that. Yes, take all. Oh, really? Fuck you, game. Wait, you can't defend yourself and it's getting dark. Better call a storm then. Fuck you, game. To be fair, Navy and I have... Actually, to be fair, I never did much naval combat in my playthroughs of Tosa. To be fair, if you go back and check my videos on that, I don't think you'll encounter much of any kind of naval combat. Right, just gotta be careful. The storm's getting pretty rough, but what I do... Oh, fuck a duck, I just realized I'm gonna need to build a fucking repair station now, because... I didn't do much naval warfare in my time playing through the Tosa campaign, but what I did do, but I do remember it not being. I remember it being quite similar to Napoleon Total War, Empire Total War. So I'm looking forward. I wouldn't be against doing naval warfare as the saga, like. Rather than operating, what I probably could do, though it would be very risky, because obviously... Yeah, that was... I'm not gonna lie, that was luck. I would like to just state that that was probably luck that got me those campaigns, those temples, and those buildings, rather than actual good judgment. Because, my god. Right. Oh yeah, I don't have a light. Right. We need to craft a wooden thingy. And I need stone. Good thing I've got some stone. Oh. I need 6. Fuck you, game. I have stone. Right. This is the reason, by the by, why you want wood as your initial start, as your main focus for building things. So basically, as you play through the game, the materials, well, the things that you do... oh, are you fucking for real? I had bone on me. I'm dumb. You know this, but still. No, but anyway, the big reason why you want to have wooden buildings as your initial focus of our building for shelters is because they are very resistant to the most storm types. The only thing that will probably be a problem is when we hit this red patch in the storm, which will cause some damage. That's going to be a given. You can further improve your durability by adding wooden beams to the side of your house, which I think we can probably craft once we've dealt with the storm. But right now, we just need to have the. We just now need to react to this. Once you have that, once the storm's been hit, you can see some of the roof is being affected. So some of the shelters have been damaged, not by much. You know, there's a few bits of walls here and there, nothing too excessive, nothing too dangerous. But it's just a subtle reminder that the weather can get a bit rough. Now, I can't tell, I don't know if placement of the shelter affects where the damage of the settlement, of the building occurs. So, for example, if I put this in a protected cove, would I be able to, reduce the chances of my shelter being damaged in a nasty storm? Probably. There's always a good possibility. But obviously, eventually, more modern house designs is what you would probably want to go with. But the thing is, and this was the reason why, this is where one of the downsides of early Icarus can be, and when I say early Icarus, I mean like early in the development cycle, is you're not in a mission long enough to justify getting a very nicely designed house. A lot of the mission objectives are just one phase. This is our mission objective. So, as a result, we're relying completely on... so normally I would just roll with this kind of house until, I'd strengthen it, sure. And if there was a particularly nasty storm coming in, then we would naturally take defensive positions to ensure security. But it's not something that I'm going to lose sleep over. So, how's my oxygen tank coming along? It is half full, so I might as well pop it into there, fill you back up. Pop you into there. Eventually I'm going to get an O2 tank, which is just going to make life so much easier. And my reduced intake of oxygen just makes life so much easier as well. There's a lot of things that make things easier. So the first thing we're going to build, research, is a stone furnace, because of course we will. The next thing we're going to need to start looking into is an iron pickaxe. And then I want to go with a longbow next. Longbows is what's going to give us the ability to do far more damage against perfect. So that's going to be an absolute shad of a thing. I'm also going to put some combat points in because I think we definitely need it. I will focus on firearms and ranged equipment for this one. Oh, cheaper bow crafting. Probably should have done that before I made the longbow, but I'll actually instead focus on what does increase damage to that. So I'll probably put that one in first. Which I don't mind having faster movement speed. Right, destroy that next, and then the next time. Sweet. So longbow, beautiful. Now that doesn't mean our stone arrows are going to be that much more effective, but they will mitigate some of the disadvantage. That was a really rickety sound. Oof. That is a rather... I'm going to go with a big oof on that one. Right. Do we have wooden posts? I do have wooden posts, except for you. Why do I not have it for you? Or you? Why do we have it only for a couple of things? Save the fire, so deactivate. We do need... Actually, to be fair, we do probably need the... Well, no, we're not using gunpowder, are we? No, not really. Not yet. Right. What do we need to make suture kits? Bone and leather. So bone and leather. Suture kits are really useful. What they do is they allow you to recover heavy wounds. Bandages reduce bandages will immediately stop bleeding and help you recover faster from minor wounds. But suture kits are designed to... So I just need wood for that one. Is that wood? Yes. Suture kits will... Perfect. So suture kits will basically work as a form of heavy wound recovery. Nice. It's those moments when the enemy comes at you and you have you have all of the fucking cards on your side. Like, it is all in your favor. Those are the moments to live for. Oh my god. Right, I'll take the stone from this. Actually, to be fair, what do I need to make a stone furnace? Stick, stone, and leather. I might want to put the stone... To be fair, we need to probably put the wood. I'm kind of getting muddled now. What do we need for the stone pillars? Fiber. Give me some fiber. Right, stone pillars. We need a bit more wood. And I think I'm going to need I think 5... I'll put 6. I'll craft 6. Yeah, so... yeah, no, I've had those moments when it is absolutely disgusting what I've done. It's brutal. I love it. It's fucking horrible, but it's beautiful at the same time. It is wonderful. Right. So strengthen you up. So this is a bit of a temporary measure, but this does reinforce the building as well. The Icarus's building mechanics are very, very forgiving. In comparison to games like Valheim, where you are like a couple of blocks out of alignment and the fucking whole building just collapses, this game is nicer. It doesn't punish you nearly as much as other games would. I mean, you still have to take into account weight and everything, so you can't like rely on a wooden building to take on a whole massive stone brick frame. But in comparison to other games, this game is much more pleasant to deal with, which is pretty nice. Holy damn. The most kills I ever saw of an army of a unit in a Total War game, I want to say was my howitzers when I was playing as Britain in Empire way back when? Was it Darth Mod? I think it was the first time I was using Darth Mod. Because I was using, I can't remember if it was, no, it was Napoleon no, it was Napoleon, that was it, not Empire. So I was playing Napoleon with the Darth Mod for the first time, and I got lucky with a quicklime shot. Was it quicklime? No, it was incendiary. I can't remember. Basically, one of my howitzers got like 1,200 kills. They fucking blew. Like, I got lucky. I was doing a fort battle, and the enemy bunched themselves up. And there were like 3... It was basically, I was attacking a fort of Frenchmen, because of course it was French. And I had a full... there was a full stack of French units. And you know, like in the old Napoleon / Empire fortresses, they have those really sort of badly done walls where, in order to break through, you have, you know, there's this really tight corridor. Well, basically, I maneuvered my howitzers and set the, either it was a high explosive or the quicklime or something, because I was basically able to fucking annihilate an entire, like, 3 regiments worth of troops. And bearing in mind, these were like the 400, 500 things. There was a couple of militias and some brothers. They got like 1,200 kills. Like, it was just fucking brutalization in a nutshell, and I loved it. I don't think I've seen such destruction in... I hadn't seen quite the level of destruction for quite some time, and it was glorious, to say the least. Just because it was such a pleasant experience. Just to have so much... Sounds horrible, but it is just a case of it was such a pleasant battle in which to do that. Yeah, it was awesome. Not gonna lie. Oh god. Oh, the first of many. Yeah, the furnaces aren't that great in this game. I mean, to be fair, I do like a good phalanx, which can totally be misconstrued. Oh, and now the music decides it wants to play. Well, no, the Hoplite phalanxes I loved. There's something immensely satisfying about having a giant spear wall, which completely decimates the opponent in front of them, or melts the army. I mean, melting armies in general is a wonderful experience, anyhow. But having the sheer scale and devastation, just it's beautiful, without a shadow of a doubt, beautiful. Right. We'll get you in a second, my little pretties, but we need to get iron, and I need iron to do something useful. So, well. We need iron to start gathering to make weapons and equipment, and more importantly, to make we need to make iron so that we can make the materials and gear, because we need that. Hopefully, what I can do once we finish this mission is immediately put the iron to good use, well, put the caps we earn to good use and get equipment and everything. Okay, I'm going to throw a bit of a curveball. Are we talking vanilla or are we talking modded? Because I'll be honest with you, I have seen Divide at Impera pikemen and they murder everything. Oh, is that a permanent fixture? So it be. That looks to be a permanent fixture. Unless that's just the objective. No, that looks to be a permanent fixture. Most perturbatory. Good to know. Very good to know. Yeah, we're close. So, yeah, but going back to what I was saying, if we're talking vanilla, then I would very much concur, because I think they toned down the level in which pike fortresses could be. Well, I would say they toned down.
You made it to the area.
Yes, well, I'm not doing
Get
anything.
searching.
Yes, well, I'm not doing anything with that, so you can stum. No, but what was I saying before I got? Oh, yeah. But if we're talking Divide et Impera, then I would disagree and say Attila has some good damage, but Divide et Impera turns any kind of attacks with pike walls into fucking slaughterhouses. Right, where's the other one? I heard another one. To be fair, Attila made some good improvements over the settlement design as well. Like, I would say that settlement sieges were probably... Okay, here's a question for you. In your opinion, which Total War game did sieges the best? Like, straight up, everything about them makes them refreshing, makes them enjoyable, challenging, and every time you do one, you're not inclined to either make them, force the enemy to sally out, or you're not inclined to just wait until the siege goes over, or you're not inclined to attempt an auto-resolve rather than to deal with that, because that's the one I would say is a good question to ask. In terms of enjoyment, in terms of mechanics and enjoyability for sieges, my favorite kind of siege would have to siege gameplay would be Attila, because I think they culminated all of the benefits of taking a territory with the difficulties of having taken that territory. And with unit, though, I think the thing is with unit variety in Attila, there isn't so much of there is no longer a thing such as the hoplite phalanx though. Like there's the spear wall, really. I leave this place for 5 seconds. Oh, that was close. That was close. That was close. Oh, that could have been rather bad. I mean, I've got health, and the poison isn't that bad, but you don't want to chance it. let's be real. You don't want to chance it. Oh, God. Nope, I've got a little bit of iron on me. Sadly, what's a little depressing is that we're gathering a fair amount of iron. Sure, we've got like almost 2 stacks worth of iron, but it costs about like 2 iron a bob. It costs about 2 iron a bob to do anything with this, which is really fucking depressing. And it's like we have to farm this in order to get any reasonable amount, because we're gonna have to like farm a shitload just to be able to make the anvil, and then we're gonna need to farm a shitload just so that we can make the tools. And what's worse is the yield is better when you use higher quality tools. So we have to use shit tools, which don't give us much. But don't worry, that will be dissipating soon. Right, we need to get out of the tunnel before we develop the thingy that fucks my stamina. And then we go back in. Take a swig. Right, what did I whack? So this one. Yes. Statically, I'm playing as well as unit 7-2 because it's furnishing. If you try and go for the gate, swarm, siege battle on. I mean, I get where you're coming from. The siege battles in Rome 2 can be quite hectic and also extremely awesome. But I really liked the fact that when you're under siege, the city falls apart as you lay siege to it. And not only that, but the siege can actually be multi-phase as well. So like rather than just having one battle where you win the battle and then even if you win at the walls, you somehow win the whole thing by simply, fighting there. You instead actually have the second battle where you're fighting through the streets and burning through, and like the morale of the defenders is getting ever smaller, not because your army is perhaps bigger or stronger in that regard, but because the city itself is burning down around it. It really shows the kind of chaos of a city under siege, which I don't think we get as much in other Total War games. The cities seem too clean, too it all just kind of goes like, unless you misfire with some of your projectiles or mangadels, the city doesn't seem like a city under siege. It just seems like a base of operations being assaulted, like a fort. So the Attila has probably the best, in my opinion, aesthetically and gameplay wise, the best siege mechanics, because again, the city is falling apart as the defenders' will breaks around it. But I will agree. Rome 2 definitely, I think definitely did sieges the best, with not only sieges did a really good benchmark, and I think really like after Rome 1, 2, and all that, and even it did it better than Shogun by a country mile. Stabby, stabby. Oh. I mean, I would probably adjust it so it wouldn't be so dependent on I wouldn't make it so black and white as damage and everything else being affected, but I probably would be more morale. And if you could have something as cohesion in a game like that, I would definitely focus on a downgrade for that. Maybe a minor reduction in damage and defense, because at that point you're not feeling like really up to defending when you see your whole house burning down, Like, unless you're a more elite unit, you're not really like if you're just a militia unit that's dealing with a fated army that is famed for destroying things. Morale definitely should be affected more by it, but not your. Right, there we go. Oh, that was close. Right, let's go. I need to get some stuff going. Right, iron. Turn you into iron. Turn you into material. I am evil Homer. I am evil Homer. Right. So I think it's 2. Yes. So you've not played this game. In order to get iron ingots, you require 2 of the iron ore and 2 copper ore to get 1 ingot, which is really expensive depending on the kind of iron. Like, there are some missions that I guarantee you, if you don't know where you need to go for caves and the like, and if you're unlucky with the spawns in the caves nearby, missions to get iron and equipment, it can result in the mission taking far longer and becoming more of just a slog, whilst you slowly but surely gather the materials, build the thing, do the thing, and then slog on to the next phase. So no, I can totally get you on that. I can totally get why. Yeah, it definitely. I would agree that that part of the game definitely fucking sucks. This part of the game sucks when you don't have the gear, which is why I'm trying to strive to avoid getting it in the first place. Just morale, but I don't think your melee capability should be reduced by seeking house burn. Well, true. You could do. I mean, to be fair, one thing that the Total War games, I never understood why they removed that, was when a unit gets surrounded in Rome 1, the unit basically turns fanatical. So rather than, being completely destroyed like what most people do nowadays, they instead would go apeshit and start attacking everyone. I'm like, dude, why don't they do that now? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Right, what do I need to make an anvil? 40 of that, 20 of that. So yeah, we've got enough stone. We could do with some more wood, though. Yeah, definitely could do with some more wood. So I'm going to put some wood there. I'm also going to grab some of the little bits and pieces here alongside you. And I'm going to max out... Or not. I thought I'd max things out, but instead I'm not. I'm going to pop that over to there and get the fiber going. And then that way, that's a constant amount of experience being grinded. Yeah. No, I think, to be fair, I think, what was it? It would be nice if you could perhaps have a nation, depending on the battle. I think the thing is, though, I would say it has to kind of depend on the unit and the battle itself. I mean, for example, if you've got a terror campaign going on, like the Attila would... Yeah, true. But then again, I think people might make the wrong assumptions on things. So it's like, yes, you do get those stories where people fanatically fight to the last, and they, go down in a blaze of glory. But there is just as many occasions where the terror of the opposing force occurs and everyone fucking legs it. I mean, a good example of this is all the refugees that run out of war zones. And it's like, not every... obviously the soldiers go in and do whatever, but there is a point in which the soldiers' will to fight also breaks. So I think there needs to be an awareness of... I think there needs to be an understanding of what kind of unit is defending. So if you've got your average local garrison troops who, are just been hired to be town guards... If you present them with, an unspeakable death cult of an army, and then... Okay. Is there another wolf? There's another wolf. We are under attack by wolves. Oh my god. The Empire Earth warning system is like... Sorry. When I said that, it reminded me of the video game Empire and Earth's announcer narrator when you are under attack. Because not only do you get this bell which tolls out in terror, there's this really sort of like godlike voice saying, "We are under attack!" And it's such a powerful like moment. It jars you as you get hit by it. It's like, what? Oh, Empire Earth, that was a good game. As real-time strategy games go, it wasn't perfect. But it was good. For the concept that it was good. Don't think you see much of its kind nowadays, sadly. Is this the infinite bush of... Okay. No, it was just multiple bushes. Right. To be fair, I'm gathering experience with the rope. But you do use rope in some constructions later on, so I suppose it is something that we can use to our advantage. Yeah, that works. But no, so I think what should be a factor is, yes, we should definitely have some units that fight to the death, because they very much did occur, and they did very much exist. But I also think that there should be units that, if you have a low quality unit, they should cack themselves and flee to the hills, because yeah, they would. You know, if death is approaching, and the army, like the enemy in question is the famed army of blah 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 blah, they probably wouldn't be inclined to stand and fight. They'd probably be more inclined to run and hide. Right. Anyway, back over to crafting. Oh, skinning bench. Yes. Okay. Yes. Skinning benches are really useful because what they do... Oh, this is for, like, water trial and food trial. Okay. Textiles. I think we might need that, but I only have 2 points left, and I do want to get... Right. Iron axe. Yes. Iron! Oh, wouldn't... Well, what do you know? 40 for fucking Cation. What? They've improved that. That's new. That is very new, and I am loving it very much. I have 1 point left, though. What probably I should get is the mortar and pestle, because we need silica ore and mortar and pestle. Right. Solo. Yep. Definitely that. Right, now add to talents. Well, back to the normal talents, and I'm going to go with stone. No, I need ore mining. Like, I need metal. I need metal from iron. Yeah, iron deposits. I need to get more. Fine, we'll go down this list, but resources is definitely going to be something I'm going to grab. So, survival. So these two trees I'm going to go down first, and then I'm going to kind of go down this later on as well, along with the metal. So it's like pum, pum, pum. Habitation is okay, but we'll see. I know we can get more points now, which is a nice thing. I think that is... Oh. We can definitely get the skinning bench. The skinning bench is really useful because it gives you more resources out of an animal, which is very much appreciated. Right, I'll pop you over there. How are we diddling with iron? We still got some iron, so that's good. Pop the iron in there. We could do with some nails. 50 nails would be good. Yeah, so a notable battle, very famous for the bravery of the Swiss Guard. But you kind of just proved my point that the reason why they held out last to the man was because they weren't just some average Joe blogs. They were the Swiss Guard. They were the guys who the Pope trusted with his life. So naturally, of course, they were probably going to be an elite unit of trained soldiers who would give everything to protect the Pope, which is natural, of course. You know, it makes total sense. What do I need? I just need that. And we have iron gear! Yes! And unfortunately, we have quite a reliance on iron to fix shit. But we can now destroy these things. And pop that into there. Destroy you. Boom. Pop you into there. Destroy you. Boom. But yeah, so as I said, I think you need to find the right balance. Get the right units, which can then obviously prepare and defend Rome. True. Again, I think it's just one of those things which, depending on the unit in question, you have those guys who I probably should take that gear back. Perfect. And the stone. Probably pop that there. I mean, I will be upgrading this base, but if we get killed, we're gonna carry the wolves over there, which means we don't have to. We can now farm the animals for equipment without worrying of losing out stuff. So, and we have our longbow again, where I am running a little low on ammo. So we shall see. Oh, speaking of which, Mother Bambi. Hi, Bambi. Right, well, we'll just carry Bambi on the side of us. Yeah, this is the non-Disney version of Bambi. Bambi, no! Yeah, Bambi's gonna become a bit of a gear, some met food, and some goddamn... And boof. Right, where's Bambi? Plonk. Aw, what? Oh, yeah. Bonk. Where'd I put Bambi? Normally you can just put... Unless I put it in here. Oh, no, I'm being dumb. No, Bambi goes here. Oh, God. Here you go. Bambi carcass. But you get a lot more equipment and beer out of beer. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ooh, nice. That's actually pretty nice. Not gonna lie. Bambi is resourceful and has resources that we need. I hate to do this to Bambi, but Bambi needs this. You'll understand. Bambi is happy to be cooked and burned and all that jazz. Alright? You'll understand. Bambi... This thing has to happen to Bambi, alright? Right. Yeah, the other benefit, of course, with the skinning bench is you gain more resources out of the animals you kill, and depending on the meat that they provide, like in, for example, Bambi's case, you can also gather really high quality... oh, sulfur, nice. Well, I'll grab that later. We need to grab as much of the other stuff as possible. Though, what's my level? 12. Yeah, we're going to have to see how things... Unfortunately, we're not quite at the gunpowder level yet, so what normally I'd be doing is I'd be getting one of those... I'd normally be trying to gather some stuff to make firearms, but because we don't have that, we might as well just focus on getting the prepare for making crossbows, which should hopefully be the same thing. Like, hopefully we'll do this, well, similar-ish damage once I get the skills for it. And as I said, we can start outrunning shit and, you know, yeah. Right, let's carry this wolf back. I fancy a rug. I think you also get more experience as well doing this to a wolf. Sorry, doing this to an animal carcass than not. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I might be wrong, but we'll see. It's already 1500, so we might as well start gathering. Right, I think what I might do is I might gather some stone outside my base and get ready for some more ammo for that. See how things go. Whee! Yeah, Nick. But yeah. To be fair, I think that would be cool, but that would also become very boring very quickly. Like, having constantly to deal with traditional units, yes, kind of makes sense for some things, and there are clans that do have that. I mean, I recently just completed watching a video by Officially Devon on the whole the Teppo Republic. Up your bum. And basically it was about, you know, and the amount, and he basically spends a majority of that, you know, spoilers, but you know, it's been out for a while, so you know, you guys should have hopefully seen it by now. Where the fuck is that little goat? There it is. But like he does spend a lot of time fighting traditional units, and again, a bit like in my playthrough on damn it. Anyway, darn it. There we go. Notice the difference in that yield. Yeah, none of that stone. And apparently I'm gaining better experience from, well, I'm apparently getting more yield from this, which is useful. Because we're going to need it to make the arrows. I'm also going to need to chop down some trees as well. Ah, I love the destruction of this game. I have a slight evil opinion on something, which depending on how you see the world, you may like or you may appreciate or dislike because of it. But I actually like seeing games like this where you can see how much of an impact you make on the environment. It's a little subtle thing I do, which again, depending on your mindset, you may like or dislike. But for example, in this particular area, there was normally a fuckload more trees than there are now. So for me to be in this position, I'm like, fuck yeah, I've chopped all these trees down. Look at the environmental look at how much I've affected the world. You know, it sounds wrong, and probably is if you're that way inclined. But for me, I freaking love it. Again, it's these kind of things. That and Valheim. Valheim even more so because you can really feel the difference in that sort of thing. Right, time for us to be spirited away for comfort to our own base. Right. We need to craft how many? 58. Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy to craft this many arrows. It's gonna cover all bases. Do 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 But as you can see, we're now actually stacking up quite nicely with all of our resources on we're actually now stacking. That's cool. You can actually see the wood. Actually now see the wood going into that. That's cool. So you can. So as you can see, as you gather more equipment and well, as you get the skinning bench, there's a lot of stuff you can do here, which will allow you to cook and prepare and do whatever. And eventually, when it comes to tech trees, you eventually, I think it's tier 3, maybe tier 3, maybe tier 4, you can get fridges. Where are they? Fridge. Oh. Because, yeah, there's a kitchen bench, which allows you to sort of make complex meals and whatnot. And there should be a, look at this, cave scan. Oh, nice. Nice, that's pretty cool. That's a nice in-game system, but I'm just going to use the websites because that's a little better. Oh, that's pretty useful. That's actually quite nice. But somewhere is a fridge. Oh, yes, glorious. Shotguns and rifles. Those two are my favorite. The pistol's very good, but it's very unsatisfying, which is a shame. This is the best winter camo, or winter deal resistance to cold to it. And as you can see by the benefits as well, you can reduce your threat level in the Arctic areas, which, given the fact that there are polar bears there and that they're cunts, definitely would. Right, so I'll deactivate that. Save some wood. Some things you need metal for. We're just going to put them into the anvil for the time being. We have 31 anvil of metal, which is a little bit sad. Right. Let's get this stuff sorted, which is fine. But yeah, like going up against large batches of traditional units is, you know, or melting large groups of enemies is fun, but I also feel that you need to balance that out with units like smaller, more elite units, you know, having that tactical combat to it, which I think having those occasional armies that do have all of the things against you that you would normally have against them, it's just nice. It's like constantly fighting against Gauls, and then when you finally come across a Hellenic style army, you're like, oh shit, these guys have tactics. And you have to actually start thinking about how you attack and how you position your units, because you can't just balls charge into them or rely on your melee stats to save you. You actually have to think on your feet, which is a nice change of pace. Right, I think we're looking pretty good for the time being. Right. Really too fussed about throwing objects. I do think I need to do a second floor. When I get the next tech level, go back to tier 2, I might grab the... because I don't have a ladder, do I? No, I do not. No, I don't need... No, all I need is a wood ladder and a... oh, wood... oh, shit. Well, no, I don't need a trapdoor. I just need a wood floor trapdoor. But we already have stairs. So rather than wasting material... there's no space. So this would probably be the place to do it. Yeah, probably. Yeah, so if I do that, then yeah, sure. And then, what am I missing, though, if I don't do anything else? I'm not really missing... I mean, the fire pit is nice and all, but, you know, I can manage without the fire pit for a day or two. What else? What else in tier 2 I need to have? Oh yeah, epoxy, crushed bone. Well, there are a lot of. They're not really that. It sounds bad, but they're not that important at this moment. I don't have like these are the prerequisites which I will need when I go into things like gunpowder and the equipment. But at this moment, there's not a lot of reason for me to have that yet. It's kind of there. Recommend a storehouse with sections dedicated to certain. Oh no, I will. Like, to be fair, the problem at the moment is my character, for context, Ronan, is mid to low is low level. Basically, as I advance up to the tiers between when I get to level 20 and 30, I get to unlock more and more technology. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to gather all the tech points I can, and get. Like, for example, I'm going to go... Eventually, I'm going to get to, like, level 15, and I can start looking at making backpacks and equipment. So I'm just trying to find the right kind of things to focus on. Because the mortar and pestle, for example, doesn't actually serve me any good for quite some time. Because there's not much reason for me to use it. Like, I don't need epoxy or other jazz. Because I'm not making gunpowder, I'm not making carbon paste, I'm not making all of the other fancy schmancy stuff. That would normally be a kind of thing I'd auto-make. So it just makes it a bit awkward. Although, fun fact, this thing I love. You can actually put multiple crafting bench stuff on top of one another, which is really nice. So you could be crafting one thing and then it'd be like, right, let's go to the mortar and pestle. Because you can see, we can get we can already use tree sap. Ah, that's a good point. We need tree sap. Don't I have a fuckload of sticks? I do. I'll keep that around. And I'll just suddenly get this going. Crushed but mammoth tusk. Fuck. I've yet to encounter a mammoth, actually. That is one of the creatures that you do not encounter much in this world. Alright, let's go quickly have a drink. Slurp. And there we go. Right. How are we diddling with food? Food is a problem. Ah, shit. There's 2 bits of spoiled meat just chilling there like shit. Put that into there. There you go. And then there's the gaming meat. So those are going to be there for a while. Bit of a jump subject on there, but okay. I mean, wait, did I just take the food out? I'm a moron. I mean, it's. Let's have a look. See. Bum 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 bum. I think the problem is there's a lot of with nuclear energy. I think there's a lot of pros, but the downside is when you have a con, and let's be brutal and let's be fair here, the con's quite big. I mean, the thing is, every time something goes wrong for nuclear energy, it's not just a minor thing. It's there, like, and it is a dangerous thing without a shadow of a doubt. So it's very difficult to justify, or it's very difficult to explain to someone who only hears the worst case scenario, which it is a pretty bad case scenario. I thought I had suture kits. I do. They're just not on my person. Right. Okay, I'm going to move this to the dedicated. So when something like this does happen, so when something like it, Chernobyl happens, or excuse me, or when something like Fukushima happens, it's really hard not to get people to look at them and look at the nuclear scenario and say, but look, see, this is bad. Horrible thing happened. Nuclear power plant gone, kaput. People have to leave base, leave home. That's bad. And it's like, yes, but that's because of what they don't take into context is a fucking 9 point something on the Richter scale earthquake occurred off the coast of Japan, like the most powerful earthquake they've had in centuries. Oh shit, I don't have any more but fiber and 6, fine. You know, like, they don't take into context, for example, the sheer amount of, you know, shit situations that occurred prior to that prior to that. They just see the end result. So naturally, of course, they're going to be hesitant or outright hate on nuclear energy because it's an easy scapegoat. Plus, if you take into whole account of fossil fuel companies and green energy companies who, you know, who want to make profits, that's another factor, and I won't really go into that because people don't tune into this to hear about real-world politics. They hear, I hope at least, for video games and my somewhat accurate commentary at times. Right, so at the moment what we're going to be doing is I'm just going to farm up some more. I'm going to try and farm up some more gear. Well, farm up some more iron and stuff, just so that way we can get equipment. Oh yeah, no, without a doubt. The Fukushima situation is far less, like, I don't know enough. I'm not going to claim to know everything, but what I do know is that the Fukushima situation was a series of literally just unfortunate circumstances, and they did the best they bloody could, and they have resolved a lot of things. And to be fair, the Japanese have kind of taken that stuff on in their prime, because holy shit, like, there's basically there was a bunch of elderly men in their 60s who basically said, yeah, no, we're gonna take this on. Shit. Okay, the poison is nowhere near as bad as I thought it was. Ick. Oh fuck, there's another one. But multiple stacks of poison. Is there... Yeah, that's the bad side. Yeah. So the biggest... So for context, Ronan, the biggest danger in this game right now for me is poisonous worms. Because the knife... Yeah, I'm gonna need a metal knife. Holy shit, that's bad. That was really bad. I could have died. If I was unlucky. Well, I was unlucky. My fucking... I can't rely on the bloody bone knife anymore. Unless I carry a constant stack of bone knives on me, I'm going to need to rely on other types of knives. Shit. That's not good. That's a problem. That's probably going to be the next thing I'm going to tech up with. Iron knife. I mean, it makes sense. It was, to be fair, like, the bone knife way back when I played this game was definitely better than it is now. I think they must have nerfed the durability on it because I could use the bone knife, not indefinitely, obviously, but a lot better than I do now. Right, titanium, aluminium, fucking hell. I mean, we've got copper, but that's not really going to help us much. I think might as well farm it. I need to get out. My character's going to start getting wheezy. Yeah. Right. The problem is we might have guests in here again. Oh, iron. And a level. Yeah, Icarus is a really good game. Like, the problem, I think, is the launch of this game was definitely not as good as it could have been. Like, the promise this game has is incredible, without a shadow of a doubt. What do I need next? Epoxy, which would make sense. Crushed bones as well. We definitely need that because calcium rich. But where else? I feel like I'm missing something here. We can't stay in the cave for too long. I need... Right, we've got 2 points left. I'm going to go with... fuck it, that. And a leather backpack. There we go. That'll do. That's something. That'll give me something to work with. But no, so this game has been, this game is really good, he says as he fucks up. Right, so this game is really good because it gives you... Right, what am I missing? What can I toss? Right, well, I don't need you. So, bye-bye. Bye. Bye. I don't need the scales. Not yet, at least. Right, let's go and make our way back to base. But no, the game itself is a really good game, and it's one of those things. It's a nice game, though. Again, I won't say it's perfect because no game is perfect. But if you give it enough time, it definitely sinks really nice into it. Like, there are certain mechanics of this game that can fuck you over and put you quite far back. Like for example, bears are cunts, without a shadow of a doubt. Polar bears... No, sorry. Bears are a terrifying threat. Polar bears are cunts. There we go. That's probably a more accurate statement. This isn't so much horror like The Forest. It can be quite terrifying if you're in the middle of the woods and all of a sudden a bear shows up, which, having just fucking said that, I'm like, let's just quickly check our surroundings. Because I don't want to be slapped by a bear because I'll die because I don't have a knife. But no, bear slappings aside, the game can be quite terrifying. They do have a sort of DLC in mind for it, and they're currently working on a bunch of whole things. Unlike, I'm barely scraping the surface in this live stream, but there are mounts in this game. There are you can craft very extensive buildings, so you can have like glass, electricity. In the distance, you may have seen me go past, or you may have seen me go past the geyser. Basically, one of the resources that you need to gather in order to unlock special bits of kit / gear that you can buy from the workshop in space is known as exotics. I had a feeling that was going to happen. And what you do with that is you either use it to buy gear and equipment, or you research stuff to get yourself better gear and equipment. And there are missions that are dedicated for you to finding exotics. There are missions dedicated for you to harvesting, to gathering. And there is an open world mode as well. So there's a lot to this game that I think nowadays makes the game far more attractive to anyone who wants to, who's sort of curious about it. And I honestly do hope that the game succeeds on that one, because this game, again, it deserves the success. I think it's definitely gone through its rough patch, where there was a lot of criticism, and to be fair, there was some good criticism involved with it. There were some mechanics this game had that didn't really make any sense, so I will agree there are some good fixes that have been placed into it. Right, I need iron nail, leather, and wood, which, wood, leather, iron knife, I'm needing this. Right, we're going to replace the bone knife, because the bone knife is terrible. It really fucking... It's terrible. I don't know why I had that there. Right, I'm going to put that in there, because originally... what did I... Oh, yeah, I needed to craft the textiles bench, which requires fiber, which I have some of. So, textiles bench. Yeah. Then the next thing I'll level up is the ability to... I think I'll probably level up the... Right, where are we at? There we go. We're fast approaching the point where I definitely need to get that second floor stuff. We need to start looking into building that second floor, because I'm running out of room. Just a smidge. Right, I need to make a backpack, which needs rope. Oh, I need rope, do I? Well, thank the Emperor, because I got a shitload of rope. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right, now all I need is some leather, which... Oh, thank the Emperor. All those animals I massacred the other day have now come straight into use. Yeah. To be fair, we're not really going to need the... We're not going to need the... What is it? How much EXP am I going to get from this, by the way? Once this thing has crafted. I should get an experience thing at the top left in a second now. 200 EXP. Not as much as I had hoped. I'll be honest with you. I was half expecting it to be, you know, better. just a tiny bit better. But you know what? It's fine. I'll take the backpack option. Oh, have I crashed? I think I've crashed. Oh no. I only pressed the C button. Have I crashed? Like, the screen has locked. This isn't me. This is me. I literally just pressed the C button and I think the game's crashed. Well, shit. There was me singing your praises and the game decides to crash. Well, no. To be fair, it's not crashed. I'm hearing the game audio, so I don't think the game's crashed hardcore. But there's definitely some kind of lag spike going on. It did this once before, so I don't know if it's the same in this. I've not encountered this. I've only encountered this for the second time. And this is me inside my base, wearing a backpack and all of that jazz. But I am playing vanilla, so this is a bit puzzling. Am I actually stuck? Oh no! Okay, so the screen just froze, but I could still do stuff. Okay. Look, I've got a backpack. I can go to school with all the other kids now. Oh god. I think it is a... Yeah, to be fair, I think it was a massive lag spike. I mean, we're working now, so it's all good. Right. Let's have a look-see. Baby, shabaya, baby. We like all the picture up back. I think there's a cave to the left along this plateau. So let me just go do some investigations. Right. But now, as I was saying, the game itself is a lot of fun. And if you're a fan of... If you're a fan of the long journey style games, I think this game is for you. Oh, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think the problem was... You probably have... BioWare probably didn't have the best of opportunities to do stuff, considering they're under EA. Like, I think the problem was, since Andromeda was such a failure... Because let's not forget, Anthem was BioWare's last, finger quote, attempt, or last, finger quote, chance to save some glory. But obviously, it... didn't quite pan out for them. Right, is there a cave? Yes, there is. Get the fuck in there. Right. It's a small cave, but it is a cave. 1, 2, duck on the chute. Vacuole. Right, where's the next one? That's actually quite a reasonable sized cave. Well. And a fuck you too. We're clear? We're clear. Good. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay, so how many iron ores do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, hang on. Let me start again from the beginning, rather than risk it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. 13? I'm 14. You know what? Fucking brilliant. That is genuinely quite an awesome discovery. I'm mega happy with that. 14 in that one. Get thy fuck in there. At this point, I'm still just farming for the gear and experience. And now that we've got an iron pickaxe, it's not perfect. We still could do with, you know, better shit, but it's a lot better than before. And better still, it's not too far away from the base, which is very nice. I can craft a shitload of iron ore with this one. But yeah, going back to Icarus, the the DLC, which is set to the new DLC, which is set to have us go into a swampy environment potentially. Fucking duck. Is it just the one? You. I'm right next to you, douche. Is that it? That's it. Cool. Let me just quickly Google this before I start prattling on. Icarus DLC. I mean, they had the Styx DLC, but that was more to do with yeah. So that was more to do with the Styx DLC was a sort of it was a free DLC that was given to the community as a kind of thank you and an apology to obviously for people sticking with the game, because at that point the game had launched in a rather poor state. But we're hoping for the they're hoping for the next DLC from what their friends have been telling. So hopefully, don't quote me on this, but this is from what my friends have been sort of saying, and what the next DLC could possibly be, which, again, if you happen to know, brilliant. Oh no, I have siblings. No, I have family members. Alright, going back into it. Motherfucker. At least there. No, yeah, I have to admit, getting the iron one definitely seemed like a good shot, to be fair. Right, let me just see. How much metal do we have? Oh, we have multiple stacks. And we are so close to being matched on 4. I'm kind of glad we had we've literally just run out of space as well. Nice. How many stacks is that? A lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stacks. G fucking G. I am gonna take that. I am gonna take that. That is really nice. Yeah. Eventually what we can do with this is we can turn it into a machining bench, which then turns it into a rifle bench, which then turns it into a whole host of nice bits of gear. Though, unfortunately, I think for this particular stream, we're not really going to see too much of that. We're not really going to see any... Well, we're not likely to see that for quite some time. Soon, though. Fairly soon. We're going to be able to get... we should hopefully be able to get at least a crossbow set up and some gearing and whatnot. Next thing we should probably think on is oxygen consumption or food consumption. Probably need to get... really, I need the iron deposits, but that's a lot of points I need to sink into that. If we go back into the... I think I want to go back into the combat style of things and add additional damage to crossbows and bows. Sadly, we don't have any... well, we don't have the ability to get the important shit yet, so... Fuck you. Well, hey, Wolf. Fancy catching you here. Headshot. Grab my bow back. Yeah. This will be cool. No, to be fair though, this will be kind of cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what future this game has, because they are updating on a weekly basis. Like they do constant posts every week. That's right. The developers for Icarus do weekly posts on like the latest stuff coming out. So, and that's the reason why I eventually got back into this, is because I did I get him in his eye? If so, that's a good shot. Did I get him in his eye? I can't tell. I think I got him in his eye. I think I did. I think I did. So I will congratulate myself on a good shot. But no, what was it? Yeah, so the developers basically kept showing, and they're still making these updates. They're still showing these really nice updates. So again, I think the game has been blessed with a second opportunity, which I don't think happens very often nowadays. So having that is a nice thing. Definitely. Let me see. What else are we going to do now? We need... we got that going. I got the crafting... to probably farm up some bits of gear. I don't have anything else to put for this thing yet so far. Damn it. How's my EXP? Level 13, where I'm getting there. I probably need to kill a few more things. And I think I just found it. In the form of a wolf. Now that definitely was in the eye. I saw that. Definitely saw that, and there's a bunch of wolves perfectly in position to take advantage. Yeah, that was in the eye. Fuck yes. That was dope. Right, there's a couple of wolves over there, so I can farm those little bastards. Sounds cruel, but it's true. What's useful as well is the carcass doesn't disappear. Which is nice. Oh, where's the other fucking wolf? In the mouth. To be fair, once we can kill bears, fucking killing bears is hello. Come chase. Wait for it. Oh. Oh no, wolf! What are you gonna do? Oh, you done fucked up by coming here. Right, anyway, let's go back to the tech tree. Right, next thing we need to start researching. Tier 1. Wood trap floor. Ladder. There we go, so that's the second floor being built. And what's the next thing? What's the next thing in our adventure towards making shit? I don't know. Magic. Now, I mean, we can't really do a huge amount. I mean, we can use, if we go back to tier 1, I think we can use bone arrows, but that's a lot of fucking bone for not that much gain. There's a drying rack, there's a fire pit, there's a whole host of other useful things, but again, roof corners. You know what? Yeah, we need that. Right. I think it's about time we constructed some... we need a trapdoor, don't we? I think I actually have that somewhere. Yeah, we do. Right. I need more wood. So, we do have now a window. Not much of a window, but a window. So we just need to gather some more wood. But yeah. So, what we'll do next is we'll just keep gathering a bit more gear and slightly more gear and equipment. And then we'll build up the little thing, and I think that might be it for today. So, making progress, made a lot of decent progress. We've recently got to... Bearing in mind, I'm taking longer to do this mission, but hopefully in the near future, well, in the next stream, like the next stream when we play this, well, the next stream that I play this game is probably the more accurate term. I'm going to focus on then trying to complete the mission, because hopefully by that point, we've now just hit level 14. In the next, in the next stream that we play this game, I'm going to aim to see if I can... Right, I think I might need to relocate this. So if I pick this up, this will go to the second floor. I'll take the rope and shit. So, boom, 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 boom. Right, and then grab the ladder. Right, quickly. This is really difficult. There we go. Perfect. Right. Grab some wood, grab some fiber. More fiber, grab more wood. I don't think we need this much wood, but I like to overestimate. Right, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put 9. Motherfucker. Right, now we need 4 corners. Oh, fuck. It's this kind of corner. Right. Oh, fucking dark. Right, okay. Huh. What kind of corner you can do? Huh. Maybe I need to destroy all of these. Let's go with... We've run out of wood. Despite my thoughts that we weren't going to run out of wood, we actually ran out of wood. You're an evil bastard, aren't you, Ronan? I mean, pranks aside, you're an evil bastard. Whoa! I have a feeling you were responsible for that, Ronan. I'm blaming you. Fucking trees going all over the place. I'm blaming you for that, Ronan. Blaming you for that. Right, grab some of this stuff so we can try it. So schön, wie war es das war dem Hode, aber nein, sprach sie, ich küsse lieb. Right, we got all this stuff going. And a bit of this, and a bit of that. Sweet. Yeah, sweet. Right. So we're getting, yeah, so we're getting there. The gearing, the equipment, everything. It's definitely looking good. And the EXP we're gaining from this little segment already is most awesomely going to be... Nice little hodgepodge of things. But no, as I said, getting the amount of wood here, getting this sort of stuff sorted, we will eventually be able to craft a crossbow alongside some metal bolts, and then hopefully that should, in theory, be enough to helpfully deal with whatever shit may occur afterwards. But for the time being, we're just going to have to hope... right, I'm going to destroy these as well so we can get some more wood. So, 4 bits of that. I think we're just going to have to see... No, we need more than that, don't we? 2, 3, 4. We'll go with 8. And a good time for me to start building fucking... you know... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Oh, I only needed 6. There we go. So these 2 can get destroyed. We don't get that much back from... Yeah, we don't get that much back from these guys. Angle left. And there you go. We have ourselves a little old base. Not bad, eh? Right, survival. I think we need to pop perhaps back into... I think perhaps pop back into here so that we can have more grabbing stuff. I'm thinking probably carbo loaded, so our hunger level doesn't go down as quickly. And then we just need to pick up this alongside the rope and leather that we're going to get. Speaking of which, I think we need to start harvesting these wolves. So max out the 5 fucking wolves here. GG. Fantastic. Which we get EXP for. Not much, but some. We do get EXP for that. So... there you go, see, it's 100 EXP. So, you get more experience for skinning them, but consider... Oh, that's going to drive me mad. But considering what we want here is that... perfect. Right, so you pop you in there. I'm sure we need some bits of wood. Right. How are you diddling? Still got some metal to go, and I'm going to pop some 20. I'm going to quickly grab some wood and pop that into there, so it's like a nice 25 on that one. Anything else that's important? Not really. So I'll pop the wood into there alongside that. And I need to grab some more pumpkins, from what we can see. GG. Definitely a bit of a rough one. We'll wait until the rain stops before we wrap things up for today. Oh, solo. Solo! Increased weight capacity. I would like that. Very much so. Very much so. Ooh! That is very nice. Wouldn't mind the health monitor. But I think... Stick of Destiny. GG. Okay, so that's an additional yield. Ooh. Ooh. Well, Sonny Jim, this character is going to be alone in some... Right, let me have a look, see. Metal... Okay. Ghosts are cool. Oh, I don't lie about that. Like, I don't inherently believe they are the worst thing known to mankind. Is there any minor damage? No, 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 no. I'm glad that my faith in my buildings is still here. I actually quite like this style of housing. I literally didn't really think too much about it. I'm actually really liking this little small hut design. Efficiency, compact nature, and kind of awesome. If I can think about, like, I could totally do this. If I can do this again in future missions, I definitely will. Right, well, I think this is a good enough place to wrap up for today's stream. So thank you everyone who's tuned in. Don't forget, if you have only just joined and you want to see more, then don't worry. This will be put into a live stream. This is if you want to watch more of this content, this will be put into a live stream remnant series, whereupon you should see everything from the beginning. And I also run other live streams. I've been playing a lot of Guild Wars 2. I've actually made quite a lot of parts recently, so if you want to catch up with some of that, by all means. I hope you guys enjoy those particular bits of content. And yeah, I will catch you on the flip side, where on the next stream I'm going to, which should be on, today's Tuesday, so on Thursday at 6 o'clock, I will be live streaming Guild Wars 2. We'll be continuing the story in Guild Wars 2 because we need to continue the story in that regard. So I will catch you then, and I hope you have enjoyed. This is Mr. Jaeger signing out. Have a good one, guys.